St. Louis, the home to Division I wrestling at the Savas Center in St. Louis. And the 149-pound match between Jesse Janzen and Zach Esposito, the number 1 and 2 seeds. And Jesse Janzen has taken a bit of a control in this match. He's up 5-0.
Well, it's the strength of Janzen. He just goes out there, and I knew if he got a takedown, he was going to have a good chance of turning, and he has. He's gone out, got the takedown, and then he turns you, and he's done it to Zach, Jeff.
He did. He got an underhook on Esposito, whipped him over, got the takedown, and he's so good on top. He attacks you with a half. Most people on the knees don't like putting a half in because they get rolled. But he invites his opponent to do it. It's because he uses that momentum to tilt him. And there he absolutely got 3 points on a beautiful tilt. He's out 5-0 now in the lead.
So how does Esposito come back?
Well, he's got to be able to establish his base first, and he hasn't been able to. And Janzen on top keeps his base broken down. The hips are on the mat. First of all, Zach needs to get his hips underneath him, right, Jeff?
I agree with you 100%. You've got to neutralize what Jansen's doing on top, and it starts with solid base, and he needs an escape. If he gets away, he can get the takedown. It's still early in the match. He doesn't need to be desperate here. Composure is so important.
Janzen knows what he's doing on top. He's knocking Zach Esposito off his base. He's a good rider, and he's looking for a tilt or anything. And that's the other thing. Esposito's looking now, and he's saying, wow, which way do I turn? I might get in trouble.
You can see in this first period riding time building up as well.
Such great pressure from top. He's got Esposito flat, and he's even out to the side.
Now the officials have to decide, is Esposito stalling, or is it just such dominant control by Janzen? And right now I think it goes to Janzen's dominant control, so you can hardly say that Esposito is stalling.
I don't think so. I mean, Janzen has gotten out to the side, and Esposito's doing everything he can to fight that tremendous pressure applied by Janzen.
You know,
a double stall call.
Well, you know, I'm going to go one way. We'll see where you go. But I think sometimes that's not a bad call. I mean, we're talking about the issue there, and I think the double stall call says, the official says, I don't like what either of you are doing. Get on it.
Caution against Esposito. You see the referee making that little C signal.
Go ahead, right.
False start.
So a dominant first period for Jesse Janzen, who's again trying to become the first Harvard champion since 1938. And speaking of John Harkness, he is with our Quint Kesnick right now. Quint?
That's right. It was over 60 years ago. This man, John Harkness, an NCAA champion from Harvard, 175 pounds was your weight class. How does it feel to potentially welcome Jesse to your one-man club at Harvard?
Boy, I can't wait to get him in there. I think he's a great wrestler. He's really look at him. He got away right away there. He's great. And I'd love to see him get in there. I hope to hell he does. But I'm almost sure he will now.
John Harkness, Harvard's last champion, lives in the Boston area and frequently gets to watch Jansen's dual meets.
Thanks a lot, Quint. Great story. John Harkness still looks like he could get out of the mat, guys.
He seems to like to bring it. I know that. I love the way he answered the question.
Well, I don't want him to talk too much longer because he'll take my job. What great commentary and great, like you said, he has watched Janzen wrestle. He knows how good a wrestler he is, has a lot of respect for him, wants to welcome him into the national champion club.
Does Esposito, guys, now have to start taking some chances?
It's getting to that time now. We're about 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in regulation time here, and he's down 6-0. He's got to really start turning it up.
The strength of Janzen makes it doubly tough on Esposito, who really is not a strength or a strong wrestler.
Out of the whole world.
He has his own little bit of funk. He really likes scramble situations, and Janzen hasn't given him any.
Esposito out of Three Bridges, New Jersey, comes from Blair Academy, which is one of the preeminent high school wrestling programs in the country, Jeff.
Yeah, it's one of the best prep schools in the country. Them and St. Anne's of Ohio, two are the two biggest ones that come to mind. Janzen finishing third here 2 years in a row. Esposito, the number 2 seed last year, bombed out early a little bit. You know, a little disappointment there, but he's come all the way back. He's in the finals. But Janzen's experience and confidence is shining through.
Back up. You're on your feet.
Esposito cannot crack the armor of Jesse Janzen.
That's exactly right, Dave. He is trying to shoot straight on. He is not being able to get to the side and find an angle. That's the only way he's going to crack that armor of Janzen, because he's running right into the first line of defense, the arms, and he's not going anywhere, Jeff.
And for those not familiar with wrestling, when you say railroad tracks and straight on, that's chest to chest. What you'd like to do is create the situation where your chest is facing your opponent's shoulder, and that's what we mean by angle. You can attack the flank.
That's what I mean by getting off the tracks. You can't stay straight on.
Zach Esposito, his mom Roxanne, his dad Pete, they are just anxiously watching their son right now going for this championship and trailing 6-0 going into the third and final period.
That big orange section, a little quiet right now.
Come on, guys, let's go. Action, action.
A takedown here, and that crowd noise picking up, that could give Esposito some momentum. But Janzen, masterful with his defense. And his defense thus far has been a pretty good offense.
Mix it up for me, come on.
Look at that Oklahoma State crowd just sitting on their hands right now as their guy Zach Esposito's getting shut out.
He's also losing a little steam. He's, you know, your arms get tired. Everything starts getting a little tired at this time when you've made that many attempts. Well, there's a hook, but look at that. There's 2 points for Janzen as he counters the attack by Esposito.
He just whipped him by again with that underhook, and you see the referee indicating locked hands. That's going to be a technical violation and a penalty point in favor of Esposito. But time's ticking off the clock. I think Janzen doesn't care.
There's Esposito's first point, and it comes at the expense of Jansen's locked hands.
Esposito's in a position now where he needs a pin.
He needs a pin. He needs something big, what we call the 5-point move.
Well, and that's the great thing about wrestling, just like boxing and a knockout. It's always possible, Dave. Anything can happen.
Sure.
As a coach, Tim, you trained big moves, the pin moves, what we call the 5-point moves, when you need a bunch of points in a hurry or the fall.
John Smith, Oklahoma State's coach, has done a great job of bringing in athletes and allowing them to work on big moves and what they're capable of. He hasn't put them in a box and said, this is the way you're going to wrestle. And he has really done a great job of loosening up and letting his athletes go free, Jeff.
I believe that you have to let the individual create for himself, not try to pound that square peg into the round hole.
Well, right now the pounding's being done by Janzen on top of Esposito, and the pressure he is keeping on him. Now he's calling. That's a hard one to figure out, Jeff, right there, because Jansen's coming out the side. He's got the half Nelson in. He's got a little smile on his face, Jeff.
I'm not sure how he's going to react. What he should do is maintain composure. Don't let a call like that affect you. Go right back to what you do best.
Well, he's proven the whole match that he's not just doing it for a ride. He's trying to turn him.
At this point, I would even ride, because I'm not going to give Esposito anything to build momentum on. And I'm just thinking about that clock going tick-tick.
Work in, work in.
And Jesse Janzen has done it. John Harkness. He was the only guy in Harvard history with a wrestling championship until now. Jesse Janzen has joined a very exclusive club at Harvard. Jesse Janzen, the winner in the 149-pound weight class. Coming up next, the battle of the unbeatens in the 157s. Here in St. Louis, a great celebration, separated by a couple of generations. John Harkness, Jesse Janzen waving to each other in celebration that both of them now are national champions from Harvard. Let's go to Quinn Kesnick.
I've got Jesse Janzen. It's been over 60 years for Harvard. How does it feel to join John Harkness's one-man club, which is now a two-man club?
Right, it feels incredible. It's, you know, this whole season, my 4 years, it's been my goal ever since the freshman year. I fell short, and you know, taking third twice is, you know, it's been tough on me. It's been, you know, kind of a burden, and this was my year. #1 seed, carrying that throughout the year, and you know, I'm just real excited. I'm ecstatic. My family's here to see it. A lot of Harvard fans, and you know, the weight's real tough. 149 is one of the toughest weights every year, and Zach Esposito is an incredible opponent. So, you know, I'm happy and fortunate, you know, to have that title.
Jesse Janzen from Shoreham, Wading River on Long Island, a 4-time